In the seventh grade and eighth grade groups, and we'll get to know some of those players as well. But tell us how's the week been for you so far?
It's been a good week. We like a message that we have with our team is it's week 10. And we still have a lot to play. Win tomorrow night, we get us in the playoffs. That's what we're ready to go accomplish.
There are a lot of ifs and possibilities, and later in the show, Nathan and I and you will talk a little bit about some of those. There are a lot of top 10 matchups in those teams that are ahead of us in the power rankings. So there's going to be some reshuffling of what we see and what could be the possible outcome of that. Right now, we I believe sit at 23 in what would be 24 teams that would make the playoffs, but it's not 1 versus 24. It's actually 9 versus 24 and 10 versus 23 as the first 8 teams have a bye. So, it's about as confusing as any geometry or trigonometry class I ever had. And it's been a while since I had those classes. So we'll brush up on all of that and much more. But it's certainly excited to have some of our volunteers, the Falls, here with us tonight, our PGH team, and some guys that Coach Bell spends a lot of time with. So we'll look forward to talking to them. But yeah, Coach, part of the ability to keep, the interest of players and your team as you get into week number 10 and games that, you feel you could have, should have, was very close to winning, and yet, here we are going to Ouachita to play a team that has the same record as us and are fighting for that same opportunity to finish on a winning note. And, I've been a part of coaching organizations in the past that by the time you got to week 10, everyone was looking for the exit. And, and I know that's not the case this year.
With our team, you can't tell between week 10 and week 1. If anything, this week has been one of our better weeks, to be honest with you. We feel no pressure. We're going to go out and we've got a good week of practice. And we're going to put our best foot forward and play the best that we can tomorrow night up in Monroe.
But definitely looking forward to that. Ouachita is a team that you're familiar with from your time at West Monroe and play as a player, and just familiar with them from the area. I know you know some of the coaching staff as well, and we'll get into that aspect of it too. But what we traditionally do in our first segment is put a wrap on last week's game. So I certainly want to do that, and as folks are coming in, we want to encourage you to come join us at Jim Deggys Pizza, because you can come and enjoy. If you are in Pineville gear and you come, you can get 20% off your order. So I encourage you to take advantage of that. Rebel and junior high Pineville volunteer fans, come out and show your support tonight for the Pineville program and for our friends at Jim Deggys Pizza, as we are here broadcasting live with the coach. But Coach, last week we had, of course, the West Washington coming to Pineville, a game that we were looking at and thinking a very good opportunity for us. They were a team as well that had some injuries that took some players out. Yet at the same time, for you, it came down to some things that you identified to us as we were talking about some young guys into the rotation. You, of course, obviously, that's the pitch and catch between the quarterback and the wide receiver is something that it takes time.
It does. We've dropped. I'm going to go back after the season's over and calculate how many we dropped, but it's really too many to probably say on here. But it's business, and we want to throw the ball as much as anybody wants us to, but when we do, we need to be able to catch it.
No doubt, and we've I've seen our offense obviously progress, and some games it has been a challenge for us to looking at the defense that has been carrying us a lot this season. And, our players of the week typically have come from the defensive side of the ball. But in last week's game, we had a young man step up and step out for us. And you had told us right here at Jim Deggys last week that watch out for number 9, Hakeem Mix, because he was going to be in the mix of things. And boy, was he.
We've seen him progress. He had a good JV season, and this is his first year with us, and even as a sophomore. So we didn't really know what we had all along. And his maturity and his understanding have caught up with his ability. That's what I told him in person the other day. With him, Aiden Tate in the backfield, two sophomores.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Tomorrow night, just like we last week, we're gonna find who's hot and ride the hot hand until it cools down, and then we'll go from there.
Well, he was our player of the game, as those of you that are watching this online and on Facebook and on YouTube, you can see the graphic that we're bringing up. But we recognized on our Coach Speak program last week that Hakeem Mix, who had 20 carries for 104 yards on the game, which was incredible. 20 carries for 104 yards on the game. Did not get into the end zone, but the young man kept drives alive for us. And again, talking about this young man, he's 5'5", 150. So, where Aiden Tate tends to be thunder for us, not necessarily in size, but in the way that he runs. Certainly, Hakeem is proving to be the lightning combination to Aiden's thunder. And again, it's two sophomores.
He's, Hakeem's got the vision that you can't teach, in 5A football, particularly in our district, a gap to run through, an open gap for a running back is about, 12 to 18 inches wide. It's not going to be as wide as my pickup truck in the parking lot.
Right.
And Hakeem has that unique ability to see that and hit it. And he's only getting better. That's something we're going to have to be successful tomorrow night.
Well, I know as Nathan and I were reviewing plays, Coach, for the play of the game, the Southern Area Pool play of the game, there were some really cool plays, Nathan, that Hakeem had, and it's not the play of the game. We actually went with Aiden Tate's score, which was a redemption story all to itself, because that was a young man that had two turnovers in the game, and watch from the sideline for a little bit of time.
Right. We believe in second chances. Everybody deserves a second chance, whether it's a player or a person in life. And we're not gonna bench a kid permanently or punish him for a fumble here and there. We all fumble. But I was happy to see him get a score.
Well, and if we can talk a little bit about that setup for the play of the game, we actually, to make it work, it's actually 3 plays. So it's 3 plays together, back to back to back, that make it work. And I'm going to bring them up right now. This is the cool play of the game. It's actually 3 plays. The audio is muted. So Aiden got this run that got us down inside the 10. And then the next play, we're going to have Whitty that rolls out. I think he may have actually lost a yard on the next play. But for it to make sense on the audio, Rich is calling it 1st and 10. Then or 1st and goal, I should say. So there's Whitty, gets knocked out of bounds. Fortunate to get back close to the line of scrimmage. And then on the very next play, which is 2nd and goal, we line up in this formation, 2 men out to the left, 1 to the right. And it's going to be a nice handoff right up there, Aiden Tate in for the touchdown. So I had to run all 3 of them to give it some context, but Aiden Tate did get the play.
And they gave me a little grief on Coach Speak because it's supposed to be the play of the game, but it was 3 plays, but still Nathan packaged them real concisely there. Well, and they give me grief anyway.
Yeah, they do it anyway. I mean, they had a 35-second play last week on the yard with all the extra chatter that went on. So
that's right.
The reason I felt like, given it continuity, Aiden had a great play that got us inside the 10, and the touchdown run from 6 or 7 yards out was also a great play. But I thought both those together showed the resilience and coming back from what some people would have kind of given up, but he didn't give up.
We certainly didn't. He didn't. And you'll see his number called tomorrow night.
We do look forward to that. Coach, on the defensive side of things, again, some great young men that led the way for you. But again, we keep talking about Zane Seitz. He led the way defensively, and he would have been a multiple award winner of the Player of the Week had we gone that direction, had we gone with defense. But again, a lot of your linebackers continuing to step up as we think about Thiers, as we think about some of the other young men there that that have been stepping up and getting double-digit tackles for you, all the way down the line. Defense keeping you in the ball game against these 5A opponents.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. If you want to look for one thing that they can improve on, it's starting hot and giving a good first drive effort. Once we made some couple adjustments after their second possession, besides one long run, they score again, and our defense did a good job, and it's going to take another great effort tomorrow to pull it off.
I thought even the very opening kickoff, I think it was Zane that got a really good stop on the runner that had to move around the left-hand side, close to the sideline, and Zane fought off a block and just brought him to the ground. We've been able to watch a lot of these defensive players, and of course Jacob Brand again. Love calling their names and love seeing, but what we also like to see is the contributions made by guys like you bringing in late this season. So that's fun to get Hakeem Mix to get the player of the game. I'm hoping, I really hope Whitty has a great game tomorrow night because we haven't given him player of the game yet, and he has deserved it probably. But we were thinking, that 1 week it was like between him and a guy who might not get it again. So we're hoping that tomorrow night Whitty gets the player of the game.
Whitty got the Farm Bureau player of the game 1 week and unselfishly gave it up to another
Garrett.
Garrett Jackson.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of player he is. And, if we win, then he wins, and that's the kind of guy you want to quarterback.
But you think about that for the 13 young men that, and I saw them taking the picture together at the end of the game that were walked out as seniors. They could be playing their last game together tomorrow night up in Ouachita, but a win gets them another game to play together.
I told them today when we finish, week 10, but we don't have any more home games, unless we win a playoff game. But so we practice on our game field this time of the year. I told them I would love nothing more than to have to stay up late this weekend and plan a practice on this field on Monday. It's up to you guys to win and to bring that well-done headache.
No doubt. I think you could get some folks that will pitch in and help with that effort as well. We're here with our head football coach of the Pineville Rebels, Bryant Bell. It is the Bryant Bell Coaches Show. We're live at Jim Deggys Pizza on Highway 28 East in the Skyline Plaza. If you come in wearing a Pineville jersey or Pineville football, at either junior high or high school, they'll get you a 20% discount here off of your purchase. So a good reason to come out and support the Pineville Rebels and the Pineville Junior High Volunteers. We're going to be talking to a couple of their players tonight. Their head football coach is also their basketball coach, and they've already transitioned into basketball season, but he has sent us a couple of players that I know you know very well and have been watching and talking to, and we'll look forward to talking to them as well. And excited to have those young men with us. We also obviously going to preview the game that's coming up with the Ouachita Lions as we travel to Ouachita Parish High School tomorrow night for our game with the Lions. And again, you can join us. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock, and you can see it here on 446 Sports, our audio and video. Nathan, comes a couple of different ways. There's a number of ways that you can watch this broadcast, and there are a lot of means to do that.
Yeah, so, Boxcast is kind of the place where we are, but it disseminates it out to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And a lot of those folks, a lot of folks have found that YouTube is a very stable platform. And you can even, there's a streaming where you can send it up to your smart TV and see it in a giant screen. And I've done that, not watching our games because I'm here, but when I'm, sometimes catching up somebody else's game through the 446 network, there's just a little button on there that says Cast to TV is there and put it on the giant screen. So that's the YouTube version. I think the Twitter version may have it as well. Don't know if the Facebook has it, but nevertheless, 3 different ways to do it. I will mention to you, though, if you're chatting with us, we're not reading your comments during the game. We're a little busy with the broadcast. We'll definitely pick them up later, but definitely want you guys to join us out tomorrow night. This is one of those games, when we're in town, we tell you, don't watch us live. Don't watch us live unless you bring your phone with you to the stadium. You need to watch the game live there. Don't watch us online. But on a road trip like this, I know a lot of folks can't make it. You got to leave early or whatever. Catch us out tomorrow night, 446 Sports on YouTube. Look us up there.
So we really appreciate that. All of our broadcasts are also archived on the YouTube page. So both our coaches' shows as well as our football games, we get a lot of views that way as well. So it's been a great first year for us on 446 Sports, and we look forward to continuing to grow that as the Pineville Rebels continue to grow as well. So coming up next, we're going to talk to a couple of future Rebels and talk about their season and talk about the future for them as well. Stay with us. This is the Bryant Bell Coaches Show live from Jim Deggys Pizza. We're here with you until 7 o'clock on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics for 6 sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotion.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be. Do you have enough coverage? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? Talk with Farm Bureau Insurance online, but why wait? Or you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, the answers, and we have. So talk to Hawk at 1WK or online at talktohawk.com and let us have investments.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are easier, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking made easy to use, where, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, safe.
Is your vision to be? Are you having? Are you over needs? If so, ISO care needs. Players. Call us today, 448-4. Schedule your next eye evaluation.
Stand by. And we welcome you back to Jim Deggys Pizza, where we are broadcasting live on 446 Sports, as it is the Bryant Bell Coaches Show. And we're glad to welcome you here to our broadcast. And, Coach, we've got a little bit of a different audience tonight because we've got some parents and future Pineville Rebel football players that are here with us. And I know you spend a lot of time with these young men. And as we get ready to introduce them, and I think we're going to go to a split screen here with our Deggy Cam that we normally use to show you what's going on around the restaurant and everything. We've got three young men that you see on the screen right now. Going from left to right, we have Raymond Harris, Brady Dubois, and Nareda Roy that's here with us. And Coach, tell me about these young men a little bit.
I've had the opportunity to get to know these guys and their teammates over the last 2 years, and since they've been in junior high, we're getting to a point now where I've known them since they were in elementary schools or elementary visits that we make. They're a fun group. I'm sure they'll make their introductions known here in a minute, but it's a pleasure just hanging out with them at lunch over at the junior high, or working with them on the PEs, or just watching their football games. So high school football games is my job, but I truly enjoy kind of as a hobby, watching these guys just like you would with LSU or whoever.
And Coach, I would think from a parent's perspective, getting to know the head coach before these kids become high school players, and to see that, hey, this coach is really interested in our kids, that because that's not part of the contract that you sign to be Pineville High School's football coach. There's not a clause in there that says you have to go to the junior high once a month, once a week, once an hour. I mean, nothing like that. But you invest that time, and there's a reason for that. And you came from a program at West Monroe that understood that really well. But I think that's something that if parents aren't aware of that, I want them to know that that's not something you have to do.
I think I'm the only school bus driving head football coach in the parish. I could be wrong on that, but I drive the school bus, and I go pick these guys up a few days a week over the
really, I didn't know that.
In the spring.
Okay.
I drive our own school bus.
Okay.
On Fridays.
I didn't know that. Okay. As much time as we spend together, I would have thought I knew that.
I never want to forget where I came from.
Does that mean I got to drive a garbage truck now? Okay. All right.
We
I can do it.
We invest that time in these guys over in the spring semester and hope that it carries forward and it's paid off, to this point.
Well, that is a fantastic aspect of it, and that in some ways they get to try.
I play wide receiver and DB.
Wide receiver and DB. All right. Well, tell me what the season's been like for you as a football player at Pineville Junior High.
It's been really fun.
What position do you like better? Do you like being the wide receiver and making the big play, or do you like lowering the boom on somebody? Like being DB. All right, Coach, mark that down. All right, yes, sir. All right. So Raymond Harris, good to meet you. And are you looking forward to playing football on the next level? Is that something you want to do? Well, super. Are there any other sports you play besides football? Okay. All right. Well, the head baseball coach is also a member of the football staff, and sometimes football and basketball don't always overlap as well, because their seasons, as you get into the playoffs, affects basketball. But baseball's far enough apart where you could be a good two-sport athlete. Well,
so, hey, were you pulling for the Diamondbacks or the Rangers? In the World Series, Diamondbacks or Rangers? Who was you pulling for?
Rangers.
All right. Then you were happy last night.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. All right. So we passed the mic to our next player. Got to visit with his grandpa a little bit earlier, and good to have this young man with us. Introduce yourself and tell us what positions you play.
My name is Brady Dubois. I play running back, linebacker, and tight end.
Not all at the same time, right? No, okay. I knew I had to say that just to drop that on you. Well, tell me, Brady, what's your favorite position to play?
Probably tight end.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, very good. Do you envision yourself playing high school football?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. You're looking to come to Pineville, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. It's on tape now, so you're committed. So that's a good thing. Do you play any other sport besides football? As I look at this baseball across the front of us.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I hope Coach Guerrero's been over visiting with you because there's two future baseball players right there too.
What position do you play in baseball?
First base.
You got the height for both of those.
Yes, I mean, coming off the trajectory, coming off the mound, as well as most prototypical first basemen are big guys that anchor that hot corner. So, well, very good, very good. Well, it's good to meet you, and I'll ask you to pass the mic to the next young man that's standing there with you, and I'll ask you to introduce yourself and tell us your part with the junior high team.
My name is Roy, and I play defensive tackle, offensive tackle on DN.
Wow. Okay. So two different defensive positions, and he can. It seems like he could fill the lineup as well. No doubt about that. Good size, coach.
Sure do. That's right. Everybody loves a little bitty guy that can run really fast, but I'll take the big guys, to be honest with you, any day of the week.
Okay. All right. Well, I like that. Well,
I'll take Raymond too.
Yeah, yes, no doubt, no doubt. Well, Narada, tell me, you talk about D tackle, defensive end, offensive tackle. What's your favorite position to play?
I like playing defense the most. It's better than offense.
Better than offense, okay, because you get to hit somebody on defense, right?
I don't know if he's just kissing up Coach Bell or what, but I love these guys who love defense. You get to do the pops, right?
Well, very good, very good. Are you a two-sport athlete as well?
Yes, sir.
Track and field guy too. All right, I like that. I like that. Well, super, super. Well, we certainly look forward to having all three of you. You've already been a part of the program, obviously, from that standpoint. But I know this season didn't end for you like you wanted it to, as far as the eighth grade team was concerned. But overall, though, Narada, is your experience with the junior high something that you'll carry forward?
Yes, sir. I plan to keep playing football and just keep bettering myself.
Very good. It's great to see talented young men. Coach Bonnet was, when Coach Bell reached out to him, selected these three young men to come and represent his program.
These are three really good kids. We look
to join us here for future coaches shows as well, and we're really excited to have the junior high team and for you to develop a familiarity with Coach Bell and the other coaches that are there. And I know those guys have been pouring into you, and you're gonna have a good time when you reach that next level of high school. And for freshmen, it can be scary coming into a program for the first time, but you already have that familiarity amongst yourselves, and I certainly hope that I know that will benefit you as you take your careers to the next level and become a part of the Rebels Rising at Powell High School. So
I will tell you this: a lot of times we ask the players to give a funny story about the coach. Coach Bonnet is not here to defend himself, so we won't put you on the spot. But in the future, when you're at a Pineville Rebel and you get invited here, you need to be thinking about what's a funny story I can tell one of my coaches, because you get a free pass.
Yes.
You get to tell anything, and they can't pay you back. So that's one of the Coach Bell's like, well, I don't know about that.
I don't know if they have one yet.
No, I want them to have something to look forward to.
They will by May.
No doubt. Well, guys, appreciate it. Congratulations to you on a great season on the junior high level, and we look forward to seeing you on Friday nights. I know you've been playing on other nights on the junior high level, but Friday night lights are very special, and we look forward to having you at Pineville High School, and when we can shoot the cannon again early and often, and have you guys there representing the Pineville Rebels. So congratulations to you all, and thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. How about a hand for our young man? Yes, indeed. Good to have everyone here, and appreciate that. Again, it's the Bryant Bell Coaches Show. We're live at Jim Deggys Pizza. We're going to take another commercial break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for Week number 10, the Ouachita Lions are up on the schedule. Come on out and enjoy some pizza. They've got meatball marinara. They've got wings, hot, regular, bone, in bone, or boneless. They've got just about salads and soups as well. So
Hey, if you haven't tried the dessert pizza, look out.
Dessert pizza?
Oh, my goodness,
Really?
Rich.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
keeping a little something from the sorry.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So come on out and join us here, and you get a cold beverage as well. It's at Jim Deggys Pizza in the Skyline Plaza on Highway 28 East. We'll be back in a moment on the Bryant Bell Coaching Show.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Time for a red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Again, we welcome you back to the Bryant Bell Coaches Show as we're live at Jim Deggys Pizza, Rich Dupree, Nathan Martin on the other side, and right in the middle of where he normally is, commanding things here, as well as back with the Coaches Show here at Jim Deggys Pizza on Highway 28 East. Appreciate that as we come out of our commercial break. Really appreciate our great sponsors that make our broadcast possible. Jim Deggys has been our home for the Bryant Bell Coaches Show for all 3 seasons that Coach Bell has been with the Pineville Rebels. But we have other great sponsors that help make it possible. Jim Deggys is a great place to come out and enjoy pizza, as well as a number of other items like we were talking about. But it's also a great place to come and enjoy a good cold beverage and just, take a concept that Jim Deggys had when they were working out of a converted military vehicle into a food truck and take that wood fire brick oven and actually brought it into a brick and mortar location and give you an opportunity to enjoy a great family recipe in the dough that the Jim Deggys folks make fresh every day. And we just really appreciate those good folks.
I'm sorry, Rich. If you don't believe it's fresh, look at the piles of.
Yeah, that's what's behind us. We're not in a bunker. This is flour that is behind us, and we normally don't have that many bags of flour behind us. So must have been a sale going on somewhere.
He's going through it, let me tell you.
No doubt, but we appreciate Paul Everett and the good folks at Jim Deggys Pizza. great crowd here tonight to enjoy our Pineville junior high kids that have been here with us, and there's some high school kids here as well from the team. But again, Coach, we talk about how special it is having the junior high folks here. Again, I learned something new about the coach and everything, but I have observed, I see it on your Facebook posts, I see it, of course, obviously in the actions, I see the interaction with the junior high coaches. Matter of fact, you have a coach on your staff now that was on the junior high staff last year, and it's no accident that last season coming into last year, the junior high kids that were eligible to come all came to Pineville, and that's the first time that's happened in a long time.
Right. We feel like that is going to be the same way this year. That's all the indications I've got. We got some of our high school players in here. Obviously, junior high is represented. When I leave here, I'm going to our field at Pineville High School. We've got some of our Red River, little kids playing out there right now.
Okay.
And, practicing out there. So I mean, it's a pipeline we're building. We believe it's a recipe for success, but it is a gradual success. I think, although we all would have liked to have a couple more wins this season in our record, I think you can look at scores and things and compare it to last year and see that it's working. We just have to be patient and build from the ground up. That's how that's going.
I was thinking about how what it's going to take, Mayor, to refill Beulah Lake. And you're not going to do it overnight, right?
No.
And y'all have taken advantage of these downsides to build infrastructure, to build strength, to repair things that need to be repaired. And then in time, that things will refill. It's going to be better, bigger and better than ever. And I the same way, this process of these 3 years is building infrastructure, and it's getting stronger every year.
Good point, Councilman. I appreciate you. That's a good one. Yeah, bringing that up. But you're so right, Coach. I had lunch yesterday with Dr. Carl Carpenter, who he is now the longest serving principal of the storied history of principals. I know he just passed Mr. Barron as his time served as principal at Pineville High School. And we talked about that, how rough the first 4 years actually were. And because his goal was, if I can just make it to 4 and survive, I'll be, I think I'll be okay. And now I think he's in his 13th or 14th year. I should have remembered that since we had lunch yesterday. My point was our focus was about your program. And, I was just I wasn't surprised, but I was thrilled with his commitment to you and to what you're doing, and he sees that, and he's seen the program through its very lean years and where we're headed now, and that's that was comforting to hear from the guy that's at the top of the chain.
I've always been known how appreciative I am of him and his, what he gives to us. It's my goal, that drives me even more to accomplish good things, for the opportunities that he's given. And keep pushing and keep knocking and make sure we get there.
No doubt. A place that maybe hasn't been as friendly to us in the past. Now the staff, the press, that's all great, and we appreciate the folks there that welcome us, and we reciprocate when they come to Pineville. But Ouachita has had a tough season as well.
They have. First-year coach, he was the defensive coordinator last year. He was the defensive coordinator of Neville in Neville's most recent successes. They coached against each other a previous school. He's trying to. It's something that sort of fell in his lap almost. Coach Garvin going to Western Road. Just like our successes aren't built in a day, neither are his. And we're both looking for footing. In essence, this Week 10 game between us and Ouachita is a playoff game. It's a play-in, playoff game. They're non-select, we're select, but essentially the winner is in, the loser just probably not. You at least have to sweat it out. So it's going to be a good ball game tomorrow. I think it's homecoming for them. So.
Yeah, the last week of the season, we were talking about that with Robert Anderson during our setup time. That kind of unusual to have your homecoming game the last game of the season. But I don't know if they're trying to make a statement or not. I mean, come on.
It's gonna be a chilly night.
Yeah, wearing those dresses and everything else might make it a little interesting too. But yeah, it's going to be it tends to be several degrees colder in the northeast corner of the state. The closer you get to I-20, and of course, obviously above. So those hits will feel a lot different tomorrow night too.
Maybe we can give them a few more than they give us.
Yeah, when he said a little more chilly, I think he meant more of the outcome for them is what I think he was saying.
I'll take that.
I'll give the gift of interpretation. But
there's a preacher reading between the lines there and interpreting for us here. Talking with Head Coach Bryant Bell as we get ready to take on the Lions team that is 2-7 on the season. What have you seen about Ouachita on film? I know in the past they've been a very run-heavy team and just love to run over you. But what have you seen about them offensively and then defensively?
Well, they still want to run the ball. They run a few different formations. And, they'll run the ball. They have a young quarterback. They'll try to throw it. When they throw it, they want to turn it. They're not interested in dinking and dunking. Score in a hurry, really, on their runs and their passes. But on defense, they're a big group. They're super athletic. And that's one thing that stands out in video to me from their whole team is how athletic they are. I venture to say they may be the either the first or second most athletic team in our district, to be honest with you. So that's scary, but we just have to keep their speed in front of us when we're on defense. And when we're on offense, we have to fight for every yard that we can and use great technique and hold on to the ball, like we said at the top of the show, and good things will come.
Coach, when you're preparing for a team, just to give our viewers an insight once again, obviously you start right after the game, and I'm getting emails of the different coaches as you're breaking down film for the different positions of your own team, but then you're also getting ready for the team that you're about to play and putting your game plan together. The hours that are spent on that between the time we all leave Friday night to the time the kids show up Monday morning is quite a lot.
It is. It's a lot, and it takes a toll on you. It's a lot of hours, a lot of long hours. And here we are, counting the scrimmage and the jamboree. We're 12 weeks into the season. And, there's a lot. You see coaches with a headset on, and you think that's coaching, but that's really about 2% of what we do. And it's a grind, and you have to love it, or it'll consume you. I work with a good staff of people that do love it, and I'm super blessed there. Our team is blessed. And, answer your question. It's a lot of video and a lot of extra running behind the scenes.
It really is, and but by the time the kids come, and you see them on Sunday, don't you? Or is it Saturday?
On Saturday. Well, we this year we fit in an extra workout during the week. We believe in moderation and giving them a life outside of football, and in turn it makes them more. So,
there's a life outside of football.
Yeah.
Man, you're a bus driver, and there's life outside of football. Man, I am just blown away tonight.
On homecoming week, most coaches are uptight and don't want them having any fun. I've always been a little bit different. I've been in the parade with them.
Yes, you have. That is something different too.
I could have never imagined my coach could notch out right by the parade float.
No, I gotta agree with you. Even from this time,
if they'll commit to us and the time they are there every day, we'll commit to them to let them enjoy things a little bit more probably you and I would afford to play.
No doubt, no doubt. It's good to have Coach Bell here with us, the Bryant Bell Coaches Show. We are live at Jim Deggys Pizza, and we will make the road trip up tomorrow night. Our crew will head up to Ouachita Parish High School, and we look forward to bringing you that game. We'll come back in just a minute and talk about the other games that are on the schedule, and we're going to take a quick peek at the power rankings and try to give you a little bit of an idea of what could be with a win on Friday night. This is the Bryant Bell Coaches Show. Last segment coming up after this timeout on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
We welcome you back for our final segment of the Bryant Bell Coaches Show, live at Jim Deggys Pizza on Highway 28 East in the Skyline Plaza. Thank you for joining us. What a great crowd came out tonight and enjoyed some great food and great opportunity to celebrate our Pineville Junior High team, as well as get you our high school kids ready for game number 10 here on the schedule as we travel to Ouachita Parish High School tomorrow night. Away game for us, and again showing you on our graphics the different ways that you can watch the game live. It is on, you can find the link through Facebook as well on 446 Sports and Twitter, but of course YouTube is the best way to go because all of our broadcasts are archived on Facebook, on YouTube through 446 Sports. So I encourage you to check that out. And Coach, as we head into this week number 10, we are looking at the playoff structure. And currently, unlike past years where you can always just go look at 1 through 32 and get an idea of where you might be as we look at the current 2 5A standings, you've got the Bearcats that are 9-0 on the season. They are 4-0 in conference in district, along with West Monroe. But then you've got Alexandria that is 6-3 on the season. I know they're going to be in the playoffs because of their power ranking as well, but are just 2-2 in district. And then you have West Ouachita, Ouachita Parish, and then the Pineview Rebels. But you've got 2-7 teams that are playing each other as we travel to Ouachita. Ash is also on the road tomorrow. They travel to West Ouachita, which is no easy path to get there. You just have to follow your GPS and get there. And then one of the big games that we talked about was the Ruston Bearcats at West Monroe as the fight for that district title gets underway. And Coach, something else that we wanted to mention was the number of, as you look at the standing, as you look at the power rankings, basically we're looking at number 9 down to number 24 because that's where the first round matchups will happen. The first 8 teams have a bye. So right now, Tioga is at number 9. And yes, Tioga's 4A, but the way the select is set up, you've got 4A and 5A playing in the same division. But you've got John Curtis right behind them as far as power rankings are concerned. And again, if you were just doing the traditional 5A, 4A type or 5A type thing, you wouldn't have Tioga in there. You wouldn't have some of the other schools that are in there. But Pineville is sitting at 23 in the power rankings. Again, as I look at the matchups tomorrow night, you have 10 top 10 matchups amongst the teams that are ahead of us in the rankings. You have 5 top 5 matchups, and you have 3 top 3 matchups, which is led by number 1 St. Thomas More taking on number 2 Lafayette Christian. And 7 of the top 10 or 7 of the 10 ranked teams in Class 5A are playing top 10 matchups. So there's going to be some shakeup in those standings, and a win and we're in for sure. But we still don't know where we may fall in that, depending on the other teams that are ahead of us.
Right. We're just gonna handle what we can control, and try to win. And it'll make for a fun weekend of watching the live Go Preps power ranking. Go Preps is really good at calculating that. I think they tout the record of never messing it up. So it'll be interesting to see what Saturday and Sunday hold. I know the brackets are officially announced, I believe, at 11 a.m.
11 a.m. And they're going back to a reveal show format for the first time. So that will be interesting to see. We'll be in church, but at the same time, watching for that to happen. But we'll know with a win on Friday night, it will then just be a matter of where we're going. We'll be on the road, obviously, against a top 10 or 11 team for sure. And hopefully, maybe can even move up just a little bit more depending on the fallout from the teams that are ahead of us.
Right. We'll see. We'll see where it shakes out. But we'll be. I remember watching an NFL post-game interview with Herm Edwards when he was the head coach of the Jets, and he said it didn't matter if you're on the front of the bus or the back of the bus, as long as you're on the bus. So we'll be thrilled to be on the bus, no matter what number we go in at.
As we talk about the standings, one of the things that's interesting in the sports writers poll is that both Ruston and West Monroe are in the top 10 this week. First time this season, West Monroe has been flirting with that, and last week they were number 11, and this week bumped themselves into it. So you've got 2 teams from our district, our division, our district that are in the top 10, and again, just the strength of competition is powerful.
That's an outright district championship game as well. I believe that'll be a really good game. If you're a fan, watch a game.
Yeah, no doubt, and it's one of those things that as you look, as you look at the standings, that could put West Monroe. Well, they're not even in our bracket. Okay, never mind.
Because they're non-select.
And that's another huge change, and we talked about that on the coaches show, Coach Speak on Sunday night, that we shouldn't be playing teams that we wouldn't necessarily face in a playoff. If district-wise, you should be playing teams that will be in the same playoff bracket. But that just makes too much sense.
Yeah, you got 4A and 5A together. It's even further split, non-select select. I mean, it's
And we would be in the playoffs in this week. Tioga, which is a 4A team, like you mentioned, the 4A-5A together.
Right.
It's a head scratcher.
It is a very good possibility that we may wind up because they're teetering right now at number 9, and depending on the action ahead of them and right behind them, they could shift a spot or two. We could shift a spot or two, and we got to win on Friday night, no doubt about that. And it could be an interesting rematch in week number 1 of the playoffs. Just saying.
We'll take it if that's what we'll gladly take it.
No doubt. Again, looking around Friday night's games, as we see on the graphics here, Pineville at Ouachita, Ash at West Ouachita. Tioga is at Grant. I believe that's tonight. Yeah, they're playing tonight. Glen Oaks is at Menard. Gina is at Buckeye. Gina trying to complete the perfect season as they're 9-0. Franklin Parish is at Peabody. Marksville is at Bunkie. Bolton and Caldwell, and St. Mary's at Northwood. Lena gives you a rundown of all the local high schools and where they will be in week number 10. Again, Coach, it has been a great opportunity to be here at Jim Deggys Pizza. We appreciate their support of the Pineville Rebel football and Pineville in general. Good tonight to have the junior high team, some of the players here with us as well tonight to celebrate their success. Again, found out some new things, Nathan, that Coach drives a bus.
Well, I knew he drove it. I thought we were using that metaphorically, though, when he drives the kids.
He's literally driving the kids from the junior high to the high school.
And he drives the bus on Fridays, too.
Yes, yeah.
Is that what you said?
Since I'm not calling plays anymore, I try to take that off of some of the other coaches that are doing a lot of other things. So I enjoy it. So why not do it?
There you go.
Let your mind just focus on one thing on the road, get them there.
There you go. All right.
There you go.
Well, we appreciate it again. Thank you to Jim Deggys. They've been our host. And again, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow night, we will be at Ouachita. We'll be on the air with you at 6:45 with our kickoff at 7. For Nathan Martin and Head Coach Bryant Bell, I'm Rich Dupree. Thanks for joining us for the Bryant Bell Coaches Show from Jim Deggys Pizza, Highway 28 East here in Pineville.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.